I know you call the Asia Society, but that doesn't mean all of Asia has a similar position. I think within Asia, there are actually a very, very diverse, very complex set of reactions. I think different countries would, each one, exactly your starting point. Those in Asia who are treaty allies will look at it differently. Those who have what they perceive to be very sharp competitive edges to the relationship with US will look at it differently. Those who believe that, well, maybe in all these changes there are opportunities lurking out there which if you can exploit it intelligently may offer you possibilities will look at it differently. I think some of the energy producers in the Gulf may look at it very differently. So I would say really it's a very bespoke answer you're looking for. I think everybody would really be kind of coming at it very, very differently. And in a way we have all of the above. There would be each part, not just of Asia, but each part of the world would be gauging this foundational shift from its particular relationship to the foundation and to the larger environment and calculating, saying, what are the challenges and opportunities, what are the costs and benefits, what are the risks and possibilities in this. So I think the diversity of Asia does not allow me to give you a single uniform answer. Clearly there will be, strategic, I would say, in a sense, security shifts. Clearly there will be technology, interplays out there. In many ways, a lot of what is driving the shift will also impact some parts of Asia. We are looking today at more industrial policy, at tariff wars, if you would, tariff impositions at least. You are looking at much stronger export controls. So it's not just a foundation which is shifting. That shifting foundation has a worldview which is significantly different from the earlier foundation on which some parts of Asia particularly profited enormously and may now no longer do so.